Today, we'll react to a video by Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews.
I ain't never seen a man that I need. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise. You're a guest in this household and you can be kicked out just as quickly as you were welcomed in.
Look, son, I'm recording now. Hey, look, tell me what you just told me, all right?
This guy found out that his ex-wife invited her boyfriend and cooked him a steak while she only gave her son cereal.
Mom cooked her new boyfriend a steak and gave me dry cereal without milk.
Show me the cereal. Show me the cereal. Look at this, y'all. Look, no milk. That don't make no freaking sense. And she gonna make her whole boyfriend a steak. Put your mom on the phone. Put your mom on the phone, man.
In my opinion, shame on every mom that puts people first and her children last.
I want to talk to you.
That's crazy, dog. I promise you.
Sarah don't want to talk to you.
I bet she don't want to talk to me. I bet she don't want to talk to me because she knows she wrong. She bogus. I promise you, son. If I could bring some food, I would, but I can't. I can't come into the house, but I promise you I'm fighting for you, okay?
I can't imagine the pain this guy must be in, wanting to get his son something to eat but not being able to.
Okay.
I love you, man.
I don't tell people how old I am.
Why?
I like to be mysterious.
Okay, we're not going to do that on the show. What's her age?
Oh, I mean, respectfully, I just don't share that.
Why? It's...
I like to be mysterious.
We don't like mystery here at the Whatever Podcast. We like transparency and forthcomingness, and we hope people can engage in good faith with the conversation.
Yeah. I'm very authentic, and I'm always true.
Look, there's nothing preventing me from you lying about your age if you'd rather lie about it.
My guess would be she's in her late 30s, but I could be wrong.
It's true. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so why don't you tell us the truth and just say what your age is?
I don't want to.
Women.
So if you're unwilling to just share a very basic biographical piece of information about yourself, how can I expect to engage with you in good faith in any other conversation?
That's right. If someone comes to a podcast without sharing anything, what's the point?
That we're going to have.
You can engage with me with whatever else, but with me, that's a certain boundary. Like even when I go
You have
on
a
dates,
boundary about sharing your age?
Yeah.
We all know why.
Is it...
And it's okay.
No.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't get married. You're free, man. You're free in the world, so don't get married, please. You know, forget about population. It will grow automatically. You know, don't get married. Don't lose your freedom and individuality.
This wise man speaks from experience. You can see it in his eyes.
You know, and your pride, man. You're a man. You're always wanted. I'll tell you, you're always wanted.
Never get into a contract with someone who knows that at any time they will get rewarded for breaking it. Social media has definitely ruined the concept of dating.
Direct costs, I lost $106,000 out of my 401k retirement plan I spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half the equity in the home, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cash, and savings that I also spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half of all the non-liquid assets like furniture, household goods, electronics, cars. Keep in mind, I paid for all of these. And this is in addition to financially supporting her and her/our daughter for 17 years, which is many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm broke, live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and have a negative net worth for the first time since I was, 25.
It's devastating. How can a man lose almost everything just because of a divorce? Years and years of hard work can go down the drain in the blink of an eye.
My job, my sobriety, my self-worth, my masculinity, hope for the future, my ability to trust women again, my belief in God, my pride, my motivation, my physical health. I don't know, let's just say everything.
So, fellas, it's your lucky day because I am looking for a boyfriend.
Women.
And with that being said, I have one little requirement. Just one little guy. Just one little thing. You gotta have a ton of fucking money.
Oh, here we go again.
Raise your hand if you've ever dated a narcissist. Go ahead. Okay. Raise your hand, those of you who dated a narcissist. or that narcissist was actually diagnosed by somebody who was not you.
He smartly proved his point. A very wise man.
Nice. Why do men have this irrational fear that women are going to use them?
Because it's happening all over the world. Now, as you're watching this, a man out there is getting a divorce and suffering the consequences.
And this is the 3rd year trying to get a divorce. I got married. We didn't really have money. But I worked my way up, got insurance, vision, dental, medical, everything. Even got Affleck. Find out, because all those things I've had, she'd been using up all the benefits and didn't tell me all about it. She raked up thousands of dollars from Affleck. Took the money out of account, saying that she paid bills with it. Divorced for 3 years, and it kept going, postponed.
This is awful. His wife took his money and told him she was paying, but she was using it for herself. I hope the justice system does right by him.
I work 64 hours a week. She works 24, and she has the nerve to ask me to work more hours. And of course, she wants to be clear of all debt, and she wants alimony, child support.
No wonder he wants to be free.
You end the relationship, or does the guy?
I've ended every single relationship.
You've ended every single relationship. What about you?
I've also ended every single relationship.
How many relationships have you been in?
3.
What about you?
3.
What about you?
Mostly me.
Mostly you. How many relationships have you been in?
4 or 5.
What about you?
I've ended them all, I think like 5.
5 relationships, you've ended them all?
I've ended them all and I've only been in 2.
2? What about you?
I think I've been in like 5 or 6, and only once has somebody else ended the relationship.
What about you?
I would say 75% me, and I think I've been in 8 or 9 relationships.
I've been in 4 relationships and I've ended all of them.
Ended all 3.
Whoa.
It starts good, and suddenly they're not happy, and you know what happens next.
So hold on. You got a typical complaint I hear from women is, why are men so commitment phobic? Why are men scared of commitment? Why don't men want to get married?
This right here is the reason. It's good that men are sharing experiences today. Great use of social media. So glad I'm single, debt-free, own my house free and clear, and totally happy. Freedom feels great.
I got played by a guy that wanted me first.
Huh?
I got ghosted by my boyfriend of 8 months. Guys only want me for my.
Huh?
Both the guys I were talking to got girlfriends. The last guy I hooked up with doesn't remember my name. I just got a boyfriend.
No one would have thought we'd become like this.
With him, I got nothing to do. Just with him, I got nothing to do. And I'm just with him, I got nothing to do.
So basically, she talks to hundreds of guys and is proud of it somehow.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk to take me back home. No. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly?
I don't think anyone is interested in this offer.
We're just gonna, study you a bit. Okay? So dinner it is.
No, I don't think I will.
What's the biggest thing you hate about women?
The biggest thing I hate about women is that, that one Billie Eilish quote, she said,
You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world.
That's it right there. Okay. You look at that statement, you see how invalid that is. As a young man coming up, you see how they're just trying to put you down, okay? Now, if the roles were reversed, this would be a cancelable offense for us. Okay.
That's true. If that was reversed, they would try to cancel that.
You understand that? Okay. So I think that, there's double standards, okay? And we have to look at these. We don't let this shit slide. Okay. Pause. Okay? We just have to realize that, if you're going to say that about us, and you expect us to not say that about you, let's take a step back and let's look at the situation, all right?
I'm happy many young men are being wise about their decisions.
Here are my red flags with men. Number 1, golf. Self-explanatory. Number 2, blonde. Christian. Self-explanatory. Number 4, likes America. Self-explanatory.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I'm curious how she'd explain this in a job interview.
Girlfriend was cheating on me for a while now. So I got this hidden camera online. There's no way she's going to find this camera. I left the house and literally parked down the street to try and catch her. I recorded the live stream on my phone until this happened. What was that? WTF is that? Have got to be kidding me. Complete waste of 6+ years.
Whether this is true or fake, these situations do happen. So never trust someone blindly.
Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men.
Never take advice from someone that failed at something. People always take advice from the ones that succeeded.
We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go.
What else do you want from that man?
This thing, call it a little quirk if you will. I have hair in my armpit.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, the patriarchy. And 3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know about you.
I better not comment on this one.
Would you rather have an amazing husband but no sex, or a husband that gives you the best sex of your life but otherwise useless? Let's take a look at the comments. I'ma stay single, thanks. Would this amazing husband allow me a boy toy? Aren't they all useless anyway? Now let's check out some more comments. I choose to stay single, neither. 100% the first one, and just cheap. Amazing, but rich. Then in the comment, one of the ladies had the great idea of saying, ask the fellas this question. So, he did. Fellas, would you rather have an amazing wife but no sex, or a wife that gives you the best sex of your life but otherwise is totally useless? Let's see some of those comments. No sex and useless is my go-to. Okay. No sex. Okay. I'll take both, thanks. Hug. I just need a hug.
This shows how men just want someone for them, not their money or abilities or such.
So realize how the guys are just, they would rather have someone than not cheat, but the girls would rather cheat.
No man leaves because you made a mistake. They leave because you made it a habit. Too many women get comfortable disrespecting their men.
At this point, I don't even have the energy to date anymore. Marry me or politely go to hell.
Stop swearing!
This is disrespect at its finest.
Tender for a few days and we decided we're going to meet at a local park, waterfront park. Everybody in Louisville knows it. So when I get to the spot we're supposed to meet at, I can tell she's like upset with me. Like his glasses. You know, all my pictures were honest, so it's like I don't know. I didn't feel like I was catfishing or anything.
This story is a wild one. So listen.
All recent and whatnot. So eventually I just asked her, I said, what's wrong? She said, I thought you were tall. I'm like 5'10", 5'11". Profile said 5'11". And that's what I told her. She said, I don't usually date guys who are under like 6'5". She's like 5'1". So I said, are you trying to find a man or are you trying to get dunked on? I went home, and if anybody was catfished, it was me. All of her pictures were like 3 or 4 years old. And I never shamed somebody for their weight, but she looked like she ate the girl in those pictures. Somebody was catfished.
When a man meets a woman and she doesn't look like the picture, he still finds a way to work things out. It just shows more that men just seek companionship.
It was this guy. But we're still friends on Facebook for some reason, and she is married now to a guy shorter than her.
Here's why I will never get married as a man. Growing up, you're always taught that relationships eventually lead to a point of a union, of a marriage where you sign a government contract binding you two together. But the issue with marriages is the fact that nearly 50% of them end in divorce. Alongside with that, women and people really don't even know what a marriage means. Most women just want the validation of being called a wife, the ring, and of course, the wedding.
But only a few know the consequences.
In order to have a long-term relationship, you really don't have to get the government involved. You can do everything that a marriage actually entails without signing a government contract. That includes getting a ring, having a wedding, maybe even doing a honeymoon, changing her last name, having kids together, living together. You can all do this while being married without being technically married through a contract. Now, if you are going to get married, at least to some degree protect yourself as a man. This includes getting a prenup before you decide to sign the papers.
Always get a prenup and tell them the start of the relationship.
Otherwise, you're just going to end up being another statistic and then complaining about how all women are the same.
So I asked for a divorce. Of course, she didn't want that. So what would any other crazy ex-wife do? She started sending emails to my chain of command saying that I was going to kill her. That's when I first got put under investigation. Of course, that was unfounded, so I was in the clear. So she couldn't get me for that. She decided that she would make a fake email of me and a fake email of another person who was a male. This was when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was in effect. So she would email back and forth all types of crazy messages. We send them to the chain of command again.
I'm shocked at how calm this guy is about this. She needs to be sued for this.
Investigation number 2. Of course, that was unfounded.
Men saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women. That it's better to be single, guys. They're almost like happy about the fact that they're gonna make the choice to avoid the entire gender of women.
Yes, we are happy because we have access to 100% of our property.
Because they have yet to actually resolve the war they have within themselves.
On the contrary, there is peace within ourselves. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.